listening to The Gender Rebels.
I'm Kathleen, a cis woman and ally.
And I'm Faith, a trans woman.
Gender Rebels is a question and answer podcast that explores life outside the gender binary.
A big thanks to our Patreon supporters.
If you'd like to support the show, go to patreon.com/genderrebels. Hey everyone, I'm Kath.
And I'm Faith.
Faith, do we have any new patrons today?
We do. Becky.
Becky, thank you so much.
Becky, thank you. And we also got your email. Thank you so much. It was very kind. Aww. And for everyone who's written to us, we might not have written you back yet, but we like to respond to every email.
We read them all, I promise.
And we will get around to it when we get to it.
It's like the longer ones that take longer to respond, but we will, I promise.
Yeah, we do.
Well, Faith.
Yeah?
This is episode 99.
99. Oh my God.
Did you think we'd get this far?
I didn't actually.
I wasn't sure.
I really didn't. So we got our 100th is coming up next week.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
It's going to be so amazing, you guys.
You'll love it.
We're going to do an episode Thursday and an episode Friday.
2 episodes to celebrate our 100th week
and we've got
shows.
Some super extra special amazing guests that I think y'all are really going to enjoy.
But that's next week, and this is this week. What are we talking about this week?
Well,
what's my question? You didn't give me my question.
For our 99th episode. So this was actually an idea that we had for our 100th episode. And I guess you could say that it's a rejected idea for our 100th episode.
This whole episode is reject. Guys, we've been working on this a long time. 100 episodes is almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Because we come out every week on Thursday without fail, 100% of the time.
We even travel. When we travel, we have to record episodes in advance and put them up so that they come up.
Sometimes we cut it close. Did we have like an 11:44 p.m. release
did.
once? Yeah,
we've
got it close. We've gotten every Thursday, and we will for the foreseeable future. But you've got to imagine that in that time, we've come up with some ideas that, in retrospect, maybe that's not a great thing to keep on the list of ideas. So we're going to go into those now.
Yeah. Let's clean out that whole idea list.
Yeah. Clear the clutter and get ready for the next 100.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Faith, I got a question.
Sure. What was your question?
In your work as a professional jewel thief,
yes,
how has being transgender affected that?
This is actually something that you could really do. Okay? Because being transgender, like, you've got that extra element of disguise.
Sure.
Like, you can pull off, your birth gender maybe and your presenting gender.
That's true. A man walked in, a woman walked out.
Exactly.
He must still be in there.
See? No one noticed these jewels are gone.
Right.
The man walked in, the woman walked out, but the jewels are gone.
I know who has the jewels.
It couldn't have been that man. Yeah. But the woman walked, it would just be.
But the woman walked out, but then the woman walked into the coffee shop, and the man walked out of the coffee shop. The man who we know is innocent.
Yeah.
And does not have jewels.
Yes.
Obviously, the jewels are with the woman. You can tell it needs a little work.
It does. And that's why this is a rejected idea. But the point is that most transgender people, believe it or not, have a secret superpower. They are masters of disguise.
Yeah.
And
your whole life.
You can use that for enterprises both legitimate and illegitimate.
Speaking on the behalf of the Gender Rebels, we do not encourage law breaking. That being said, needs must.
Yeah. Unless you're in a country where LGBTQ people are like outlawed, in which case break the law, be yourself,
break
but
them
be safe.
all. Bring it down.
Yeah. So speaking of breaking the law, this is another episode that I wanted to do. Mm-hmm. This is actually true. I wanted to do this episode, but I'd set out to do the research and I really couldn't find any transgender serial killers. So we are fans of the true crime podcasts and materials, and I like scary movies and things like that, and got Faith into it a bit. And boy, it would be fun to talk about. It would, but
all the transgender serial killers out there.
I Googled, I tried, I did actually research this seriously. Some of these are not serious, but some of these are. And this was actually a serious episode that I wanted to do, but dang, there's not really any transgender serial killers. The closest is the Unabomber,
who is
Ted
not
Kaczynski.
Is not transgender.
According to some reports, he did actually think he was transgender and actually went to like a counselor at his college back in the day.
At Harvard?
At Harvard to like discuss it with the counselor or something. So
I'm going to call bullshit on that.
I'm just saying.
Because I Googled it.
Okay.
And if you guys Google it, you will find the same thing I did, which is a terrible song.
What?
It's a terrible song. We link it in another episode.
Oh, really?
Because this has come up before.
Okay, but I'm just saying that the idea is that I think that there's at least dispute about this.
There's also dispute as to whether Ted Kaczynski is a serial killer. One could call him a mass murderer.
Okay.
It depends on how you apply the definition.
That
fine. Being said, it is just one of many reasons why that episode is a terrible idea.
Okay, fine.
Does your community need more baggage?
I'm just saying, I would like us to be, it's like, we can't all be perfect. And in fact, if we're less than perfect, doesn't that make us more normal?
Do you want me to put a link to Ed Gein in the show notes?
Because I also heard, there's like theories, rumors, or like conjecture that Ed Gein might have been trans.
Well, he wore his mom's face.
That's not something trans people do.
He made a vest out of breasts.
Again, not something trans people do.
So this is why I don't want to talk about it much. Okay. If anyone out there is disgusted, you probably are, because it's disgusting. If you're interested, click on the link down below and learn about Ed Gein. That being said, whatever he was dealing with, I feel like if he was trans, that's not even the top of the tip of the iceberg.
Okay,
that
of
is
what
Ed Gein's problems.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes. But you think the Unabomber is transgender?
I think it's something that could be discussed. Certainly.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Faith, I got a question.
Yeah, what's your question?
How do trans people take their coffee?
Very carefully. They take their coffee like they take their women. Old, bitter, and with a spoon stuck in them. No? Old, bitter, and Colombian?
We are officially announcing the first Gender Rebels contest. How do trans people take their coffee? Submit your punchlines to this joke, and the top 3 winners will be read on the show and be voted on for whoever the number 1 winner will be.
And we'll do a fun. The winner will get a fun prize. The top 3 will get a fun prize.
I know often you come here to hear us say funny things. We're gonna let you down on this one.
Yeah.
You gotta come through.
This was actually another episode we talked. It was transgender jokes that are like not stupid, those stupid
actual
offensive
fun
transgender jokes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the jokes that aren't like this hooker, so actual transgender jokes, like how many trans girls does it take to screw in a light bulb?
2, but how do they get in there?
I was gonna go with something with like 2, 1 to screw in a light bulb and the other to just eat pickles and
Should that be another joke contest?
It can be. Send us your best transgender joke. And it has to be like a trans community joke. It can't be like a cis person's joke making fun of trans people, or where like the woman is really a guy is like the punchline. We don't want that crap. It has to be like a fun joke about the community. Why did trans girl cross the road?
Any of those classic setups.
Any classic setup.
Well, in the 2 years, almost 2 years that we've been working on the Gender Rebels, we've tried to think of ways to expand our brand.
Yes.
We did the Patreon, we expanded into the videos, we send people postcards or flags, we march, we hand out postcards whenever we can. We've had a couple of ideas about expanding our brand.
We've done video. We've expanded to video. Okay.
I said that like a second ago.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't listen to you when you talk.
Okay.
Okay.
We've thought of a lot of things that could expand the brand.
Yeah.
That we have decided not to do or to not pursue at this time. Do you want to tell them about the bar we were going to open for trans girls and trans guys?
You should talk about that. I want to talk about the mom and pop pharmaceutical company.
Okay.
Because you always hear about big pharma. Mm-hmm. And we want to start like a Gender Rebels, like a mom and pop pharmaceuticals. Like we'll just make our own.
Just E, just T, just Spiro.
Yeah. And we just make that like in-house using like all natural ingredients.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we deliver it to your door in a glass bottle.
Yeah. No big pharma.
Mm-hmm. And you get a free hug with every prescription.
Exactly.
Not with refills, because like it's just we're just thinking about what's manageable here.
Yeah. Trans bar.
Trans bar. We would serve trans drinks only to trans people, and they would all talk about trans things at the trans bar and listen to trans music.
Nice. Trance music?
No.
Trans music.
I hate trance music.
I don't even know that many trans bands. There's probably a few.
So that was the first problem we ran into, was booking the acts.
And also, every chaser would just be hanging out in front.
And it would become a chaser bar.
Yeah, can't do that.
So that was a rejected one. Mm-hmm. Then we thought of, how about a trans restaurant?
Yeah, for transgender food.
Mm-hmm.
Like famous transgender dishes.
So that's the problem we ran into.
Yeah, there's not really there's Italian food and there's Mexican food and things like that. But there's not really transgender food.
There's even
not yet.
gay food.
Not yet.
We thought of a candy factory. We thought of a medical spa. Oh, I really like the idea of a gun store.
I like the idea of a gun store for LGBT people.
It's dangerous out there.
It is.
I would like a rainbow gun.
I think so.
I mean, I don't want any gun. But if I had to have a gun, I would want a rainbow one.
If you happen to be transgender, non-binary, queer, and you want to support your Second Amendment rights.
You're one of the Second Amendment
pack
people.
and open carry or whatever, you want a friendly shop to get guns at.
That's it.
But yeah, there's a thing that I don't really want to sell guns to people because I'm not super comfy around guns.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't sell bullets.
Oh, nice. Actually, all our guns are just for display only.
How does it work with background checks in trans people?
I don't know. I assume that it goes by your social security number?
Oh.
Maybe because people change their names when they get married. People change their names when they,
when they have terrible names.
When they have terrible names, or when they join the French Foreign Legion or things like that. So
no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Social security number, which is also why you cannot evade your student loans by transitioning, in case anyone was thinking about that.
You can't. But there are some cool things you can do transitioning. And this is
Like
another episode idea, which is how best to take advantage of your new privilege.
New privilege.
So, say you're a trans guy, you come out trans guy at work. Mm-hmm. Boom, you need a raise
you have to
because
get a raise.
of that pay gap. And if you're a trans woman, that is the time to take advantage of, say you're on a ship that's sinking. Women and children first.
Yep. I will take a seat.
Hop right on board. So there's lots of new privileges that people can have, so many new opportunities that you really need to take advantage of.
Totally. If you are transitioning to female and your boss says, oh, we need some guys to carry these crates out of the truck.
Yeah.
And you could be like, oh, merciful heavens, I am a female.
Oh,
and you don't have to
for
carry
trans
stuff.
women, fainting is a great...
Oh, faint every day if you can.
Yeah.
You get a seat on the subway every single day, right?
Yeah, of course. I wear a big fake pregnant belly.
Oh, yeah.
That
it's
helps
easier
me.
to get away with the pregnant belly.
Much easier.
I'm sure there's a little more advantage that trans men get when they transition. When they bulk up, when that voice drops, when they get to throw that booming voice out when they need it from time to time.
Yeah, I bet they make much better square dance callers.
Your square dance calling career just skyrockets.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Gigs you get, it will. I
would think trans men might be better at bowling. Those balls are heavy.
They are, but there's precision.
You think there's
involved.
Precision? Okay.
I think. I don't know.
I don't really know anything about bowling.
Yeah. What else we got?
Coming out to your pets.
Oh no.
This is a tricky thing because
it's so hard.
It is. Your pets see you every day. They love you so much.
They depend on you.
And actually, we have 2 dogs. You guys might have seen them in videos. I've read that estrogen can change your smell.
Oh no.
And for a dog, it's that's how they know you.
Where did Boy Faith go?
Yeah.
Where's Boy Faith? He's gone forever.
Yeah.
Because you smell different now.
You
think
do.
I just swapped you out.
I think they do.
Oh, man.
But the truth is, cats don't really give a shit. So you're fine with that.
Well, our cat has seemed pretty cool with this whole thing. He's been really chill. He basically didn't even react. He's been such a great support.
Actually, this is true.
He's been very steadfast and unchanging in his relationship with
when I had when I lived by myself in Queens before we met, I would take that opportunity because I live by myself, so every weekend I can get dressed up, and I would often be Sunday night or whatever, and I'd get undressed because I gotta go to work in the morning, and I'd be like, does my cat think it's weird that I do this?
If he did, he loved you anyway.
He did. He's very accepting. I hope your cat and your pets are just as accepting as mine is.
Well, have you noticed a difference in how the dogs treat you?
No, actually, they seem just the same. Actually, our second dog, our rat terrier, Reddy, she has never known me as a guy. So she's always known this. And Rockets, I feel like he's known me. a lot for
I
that.
feel he's mature enough and he understands the gravity of what happened and that it had to happen.
He's
you
like
know?
7 years old. That's old in dog years. So
Yeah.
he knows what's going on. He's
mature and
cool.
sophisticated and he's just a good guy, you know?
Yeah. So this is a pet-related question that I think is important.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do if you think your pet might be transgender?
I mean, all you can do is love them and support them.
Yeah.
And just be there.
Yeah.
You know, just
I think
listen and support them. Take them to the doctor when they need it.
Yeah. I would say if you think your cat or your dog is transgender, take him to the vet.
Talk to the vet. You gotta start with the vet. Yeah. Because really, it's like the health is the most important thing.
It is.
And of course, your dog is going to be one like, now. I want all the kibble and all the wet food and all the chicken and all the hormones and all the ham and all the beef. Now. Because that's just how animals are a lot of the time.
It is, yeah.
But you got to think about the animal's decision and their health overall. And you really want to start with the vet for that.
Yeah, I would say
now, the thing is, a lot of them have, their gonads removed.
They're spayed or neutered. You should definitely spay and neuter your pets.
Always,
yeah.
like seriously, actually, always do that. So then that's going to make blockers less of an issue. Although HRT will be necessary.
It will be, but
you
definitely
can get peanut butter flavored HRT for your dog or cat,
and you get that from your vet again. When it comes to pets,
go to the
we
vet.
do not recommend that you administer HRT to them directly.
No.
Don't shove that tablet in the pill pocket and give it to them. No. You've got to go through the vet.
Because absorption rates are different, metabolites are different. Like, just do it the right way. I know it's so tempting to do it DIY.
It can be different for different breeds. Because if you go online and you're like, well, my dog's a mix, so that must be this. No. Go to your vet.
Just do it right from the start. Yeah. And then, you know what? Take your pup shopping. If it's a dog, if it's a cat, show him some stuff online. Like, what kind of collar are you thinking of?
Oh.
What are you going to be happiest with?
Exactly.
What are you going to be most comfortable with? In the case of a dog, especially in a cold climate, they need a coat.
They do.
They need a sweater or a hoodie. Like, it's cute, but they actually need it also. Bigger dog, littler dog, see how they're wanting to be and just listen. Like, let them take the lead.
Yeah, I think that's important. Great. What other rejected episode ideas do we have?
Let's see. How to be trans on a boat.
Oh, such a good one.
Well, the world...
Oh, wait, except it's not a good one because we've rejected it.
75% of the Earth's surface
is water.
Is water. If you look back at our episodes, every single one involved existence on land, except for the one we did about being trans on the International Space Station. But that's sort of... land. It's sort of land, right? You're not dealing with water.
It is. There's no water on the space station. I mean, other than the water that they drink and stuff.
They've got an infinity pool up there. It's
they do.
So
it's
cool.
nice.
So a lot of trans people are out there on the water listening to us thinking, why can't you tell me how to do this on a boat? And there's a lot to think about. We're talking about a sailboat or a motorboat, or you're in the Navy. Like, there's stuff you got to think about.
There's a lot. There's a lot of different things. If you're a trans man, that T is going to bulk up those muscles. It's going to help you pull in those yard arms.
It's going to be really important. Yeah.
And those
pulling the
winch muscles.
The lee line and tightening the forequarter.
Yeah.
And wrapping the ballast.
Yes.
And knocking the tack.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's very important.
You're gonna, like, trans guys, if you're listening now, you're gonna find that being on a sailboat is like a much better thing. You'll be better at controlling the rudder, better at hoisting, like,
mizzen mast.
Hoisting the mizzen mast.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot more power and a lot more explosive ability. Trans women won't.
Yeah.
And your hat's going to blow away.
Yeah, also sunscreen, definitely. If you're on a boat. For
trans men and trans women.
Yeah, and I would say don't eat too much hardtack or drink too much grog.
You got to go easy on the grog, and I know it's going to be really tempting because you're like, I'm already a little queasy. Might as well have all the grog I can handle. And, a lot of your shipmates are going to do that. But you'll be halfway to Otahiti before they
Yeah.
pull their green faces up over the edge and get over that nausea. So it's something to be aware of.
Yeah, definitely you want to get your blood checked when you get into port. Or if there's a ship's surgeon, they may be able to check your blood.
And you also want to be able to stock up on the meds before you
definitely leave port.
Leave port.
Yes.
Yeah. Whether you're on a whaling ship or a cruiser or a pirate ship, it's easy enough to live a happy, healthy trans life. It just takes a little bit advanced planning, thought, and keep in communication with the captain also.
Tip for trans women, pink eye patches.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Trans women pirates.
Yeah. High heel peg legs.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, glitter hooks. I hope you don't have a peg leg, a hook, and an eye patch.
But if you do, it's trifecta. Yeah. What else we got?
So this is a good one for trans people who transitioned later in life, is that you're going to be in a situation like we all have social media. We've got Instagram and Facebook and Basegram and Twix and Buddy and,
WhatsApp
and Neighborhood. Snap and things like that. And we have Kick, Fix, Flip,
Nick,
so Tap,
Skip,
Check In,
Glip.
That one that's just like, it's just it's just exclamation point.
That's the interrobang.
Yeah. So we often want to have these like childhood pictures because it's Throwback Thursday. It's Flashback Fridays. It's Way Back Wednesdays. It's Take Back Tuesdays. It's So Far Back Sundays. It's also So Far Back Saturdays. And you want to be able to have that picture. One thing I definitely recommend is you want to, for faking your childhood, faking your transgender childhood.
It's easy to fake a childhood.
Yeah, pictures up in your house. Let's say people come over. They've never known that you weren't transgender. You're being stealth. And
you better have a baby picture of yourself up there. And it better have a bow on its head in the right color. What do you do?
I definitely recommend, in this case, pretending to be your sibling.
Steal photos of your sibling.
Yeah.
That matches, presumably, your skin tone.
Yep.
Your socioeconomic level. And depending on how far apart in age you are, the right era.
My sister
time.
My sister and I actually kind of look a lot alike.
Yes.
And I have in semi-seriousness thought about taking childhood pictures of her and being like, this is me.
This is a child of my mother and my father at a time that I lived in the house.
Yes.
The house you see this child sitting in.
Yes.
She is playing with dolls. Which brings us to our next thing.
Yes. If you're transitioning and you're young.
Speaking of faking your childhood.
Yeah.
How to play with dolls.
Or cars.
Yeah. Or any of the gendered stuff we played with. Or even for our non-binary listeners. If you grew up playing with cars but you're non-binary, it would be helpful to know how to play with dolls. So let's talk about it.
I never played with dolls. I had action figures. I had some Star Wars and some G.I. Joe and some Hot Wheels and some Micro Machines. I would kind of act out little stories in movies. Like my guys would have their own movies. Back in 1991, there was a heavy Gulf War theme in my stories. But we used to have elaborate stories and heists and battles and action movie stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. What did your dolls do?
Barbie's. So we didn't have a through line necessarily. They were separate independent episodes, but we did have pretty standard characters. Skipper was a very annoying little sister, very shrill.
Oh, gosh.
Ken was not smart. Dark-haired Ken was also not very smart.
No.
And it was very similar to a lot of the improv I've done in my life, where it's just, two dialogists having their scene, although you could step in with a little more direction, like, oh, have your girl say blah, 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 and then you would get a very interesting back and forth. So, you can stick with consistent characters, but it could be a new adventure all the time. That being said, you're going to be playing with the same Barbie furniture, Barbie clothes, Barbie building, Barbie everything that you have. Like, unless it's your birthday or a big holiday, you're probably not going to get that Barbie spa or the dream house anytime soon. So you got to make do with what you've got.
Yeah. I would actually have my 5 or 6 favorite G.I. Joes would be like a kind of mercenary tactical squad.
Ooh, I like that.
Because I never played G.I. Joe versus Cobra. I always picked my favorites, and they were kind of like a action force team people.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Using transition to fake your own death. Now, everyone listening right now, I'm sure, can think of a million reasons why you would want to fake your own death.
Oh, taxes.
Oh, crippling debt. Yeah. But, if somebody just needs to die, and you're going to be an obvious suspect, and maybe you're a little bit sloppy at the crime scene, then this is a great time for you to not be around anymore. Or framing an enemy with your apparent death.
Yeah, that's also a good thing, because, like, suddenly Stu is gone. I mean, there's this new girl, Stephanie, but there's no way she would.
But who got rid of Stu?
Yeah.
Stu's boss hates Stu.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Exactly. Then you've managed to frame your boss for your murder, and you're still alive.
And you're sitting there watching it all go down.
Yeah.
While you file your nails. Stephanie, you vixen.
What are some tips and tricks for writing some really good transgender /fic?
I'm so glad you asked, because I am definitely the one to answer this question. I'm basically an expert on transgender /fic.
Well, I would just,
And here's the thing. You're walking a very careful line, because everyone knows /fic sexualizes the characters, right?
Of course,
this is Spock and Picard. I don't know who.
Well, that's a great, Spock and Picard,
up,
boom, that's hot right there.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I need a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm over it. So you've got to get sexiness, and you've got to get transgender characters, and you got to put them in the same, like, place and time, and in a situation, and you want to have some dialogue, and maybe some conflict.
I would say, definitely. For Star Trek, transporter accidents, always a good idea.
So you're talking about someone accidentally or maybe purposefully transing themselves.
Yep.
Okay.
Holodeck is a rich tapestry right there, rich well to draw from.
Okay.
Alternate universes, always popular.
Harry Potter writes itself.
Polyjuice potion right there. Boom, you've got it. And
I don't watch Doctor Who, but I'm sure there's a way to do it with that.
I'm sure there's a way. TARDISes and Daleks and things, trans stuff. I'm sure. And other popular things. Twilight. You read Twilight.
I did read Twilight.
How would you trans up Twilight?
Well, the big transition in Twilight was when she transitions from human to vampire, and that sounded pretty excruciating. Also, she was in labor at the time. So, I got nothing. It doesn't really seem to work.
Maybe every vampire in Twilight has a superpower, right? Maybe their superpower could be that
one of them has superpower. It can be switchy.
Yeah. So there you go, right
be.
there. Maybe it's
send us your best /fiction.
Maybe it's Bella, and then she becomes
Bello,
and then is able to transform Jake.
Yeah.
Who's the vampire?
Steve? I forget.
Twilight? Team Edward? Edward.
Edward was the vampire.
Yeah, Edward. So then Edward is able to become...
Oh, Jacob. You had it right.
Edwardina. And there's /fic right there. Gender switched. Twilight /fic. I think you could even have a gender flipped Twilight /fic, and then it turns out, like, twist ending, it's on the holodeck. Oh my god, who's gonna come in and, like, get in that threesome? Spock.
Yeah.
Gender flip Spock.
Yeah.
Spockanita.
Spocketta.
Perfect.
Cool. So I think everyone listening now can tell why we rejected them.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I apologize for this week's episode. But you know that we're giving you the cream of the crop, and that there's stuff we've decided to not do.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed this, but not as much as our regular episodes. And coming up in just 1 week, we've got two special, amazing episodes to celebrate 100 Gender Rebels episodes.
Which we couldn't have done without you guys.
It's actually going to be 100 and 101. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for listening and supporting, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you next week.
All right, everyone.
Bye.
If you've enjoyed this episode and want to help us keep making more great content, go to patreon.com/genderrebels.
We have many different levels of support and lots of great rewards,
including drinks with the Gender Rebels at Stonewall.
Please leave a 5-star review on iTunes. That makes it easier for other people to find us.
And send your questions to questions@genderrebels.com. Or find us on Twitter @The Gender Rebels.
Music for The Gender Rebels is by Jasper the Colossal. Follow the link down below or download them on iTunes today.
And for all our episodes, visit genderrebels.com.
The Gender Rebels is a Come Back Sync production, copyright 2018. All rights reserved.
And to all you gender rebels out there, keep rebelling.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh,
Which
I like
one?
number 8.
Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8.
I like number 8.
Walk around all day, going from place to place, hitting people in my head with a stick. I'm in Oregon, I want a better state, somewhere where there are fish in a lake. But I'm wearing one to one to the Pedro at Market Way. You put in mind, and we're gonna be the audience, the biggest around, and we were gonna play but the pieces would fail like an elf sorted and pointy-eared, using my magic to conquer the world. No Edgar Allan Poe died at the Alamo. That's what they do, but their books could be wrong. I said was the long room and the Pedro, and I had used to be mine. Tree in her yard is the biggest around, and we were gonna play forward, but pieces wouldn't fit right alright. That I'm wearing lots of lonesome and the Pedro at Marcus Morris used to be mine. In her yard. far back there's a pantry town. And we're gonna play Star Wars, but the pieces wouldn't fit right. You don't get like you do. You're like